the time will go anyway. Too often in life are we very, very hesitant to start that thing that's been in our ruminating in our mind as a passion, as a hobby, as a creatively fulfilling action, just in general, that really would make us feel more productive and disciplined in our life. But you feel like you're under equipped, you feel like you may not have the right equipments yet to start that passion, or you may not have access to the right environments yet to really go all out on that. And that's reason enough to not start at all, because it's reason enough that it feels that, oh, it's unoptimal, like it's not optimal time yet to really start pouring into that habit. But what you need to realize is 2 years will go anyway. Let's say it takes you 2 years. Let's say you know that it takes 2 years to 2 years to make any progress in your fitness journey. Like you're skinny fat and you want to finally start seeing progress on like getting some muscle, and eventually getting a lean muscular physique. But right away you want to cut weight. You're already skinny fat and you don't have muscles, let's say, yet. So cutting is counterproductive. So but then you realize that, okay, I do need to bulk, even though it feels like it's the opposite of what I should be doing. I need to bulk, I need to eat more, get some muscle, and then cut down to a lower body fat. And eventually, when I have the muscle from the bulk and I cut down, I'll have an actual physique with a nice frame. And that's a lengthy process. That that can take that can take years, like 3-4 years. So looking at it from a zoomed out perspective, that's 3-4 years. That's enough for a lot of young people to not start at all. It's not an issue as much across the board, but it is an example of a case that happens. And to you, I'll tell you that time will go anyway. That 3 to 4 years will go anyway. Wouldn't you rather you actively put forth some effort into that along those 3-4 years regardless, and you would have gotten where you would have gotten? Like it does. You don't need to be a full on gym shark influencer by the time. You don't need to you don't need to be anything spectacular yet. The point is to just start. The point is to just do the thing. And along the way, because you're doing that thing, you'll most likely find other, like you'll find momentum where you want to, like out of your own will, you get the spark to want to do more ambitious things that you wouldn't have ever even thought of if you didn't start the ugly way first. But you don't get to find that out because you didn't start in the first place. So that 2 2 3 years, imagine you don't start, and you're at 3 2 3 4 years ahead, later down the line, and you still haven't made progress on that one endeavor in life while you have everything else figured out. That time went anyway. But instead, you could have put in a passive effort along the way. Just 20-minute workout, just 20-minute workout with a little cleaner of a diet and things like that. Like just make little tweaks that are not overwhelming, but you did it, and then you just keep it as consistent as you can across the board. And you would, if you just started that now and 3-4 years ahead, you would have made leaps and bounds in ways you won't even recognize your old self, just because you did those simple tweaks and decided to stick by it from that stage. So for instance, me right now, I know I'm pretty cringy with how I articulate my information, but I know for a fact that's not gonna stay that way if I keep putting forth the effort. It's very awkward and tough to just talk to a camera without any feedback. And I have a feeling, it definitely gets better. It does get better, because I'm sure as we keep going, there's gonna be more of a feedback in many ways. And I also feel like it's not as tough to just set everything up and just record, because it'll be something I just do just to show myself that I can be consistent. But right now it's a big hurdle. But if I try to somehow wait, if I try to just, I have already done this many times, where I'll tell, oh, I need this, I need to just get better at speaking on my own before I just get on the camera. But getting on the camera doesn't get any easier by pushing that back 6 months, year back. Every time I have been thinking about recording and just talking to the camera for years, but every time I push it back. And guess what, at the end of the day, I'm not any better with that until I actually start recording. And so this, as ugly as it can be at these early stages, is also beautiful, because it's gonna it's gonna bring that growth. It's gonna bring that growth I wouldn't get otherwise, that I could only get by doing the thing. So I need to just do the thing. And so the message here is that just do the thing that you know you need to be doing, the thing that you know you want to do, that will fulfill you in the long run. If it doesn't work out, you find out for yourself, and along the way, even if it doesn't work out in the grand scheme, you would have figured out things that give you, and you would have picked up skills that you wouldn't have picked up otherwise, and those will let you jump off into many other directions you would have never thought of. And you only get to do that because you go past that ugly part by just doing. So to both of us, may Allah make it easy, and may Allah bring us barakah in every every aspect of our endeavors, and make it easy for us, but also just have overall barakah in the way that every action we take towards it is with pure intentions, and it leads to something greater, where we could bring some sort of true value to the world, and bring a bright future for our family. So yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here. Please let me know if there's anything you'd like me to talk about. And yeah, take care. Assalamu alaikum.